Here in Pagosa Springs, we do a delivery program if you call the bakery on Monday, and sometimes if you call a little later, we'll find something for you. And we take your order and we make everything special just for you, and then John delivers it all on Friday to your home. I started in the Georgetown Farmers Market with a 50-pound bag of organic flour. I made my signature loaf, Texas sourdough, 24 of them, and took it to the market and wrote on the bag, Serious Sourdough, pinned it to the back of the Xterra, unfolded a table, and within minutes sold all my bread. The Four Seasons Hotel had heard about my gluten-free bread, and she called me and said, would I be interested and would I make them a sample? So I did, and that's how I ended up making all the gluten-free bread for the Four Seasons Hotel in downtown Austin. We use organic unprocessed sugar in our jams and jellies, and I make every single jar of it.
Jean loves to preserve foods, and she's won every ribbon that can be won at the Archuleta County Fair and La Plata County Fair and at the state fair level.
In the midst of all this, John has had 3 heart attacks, a quadruple bypass, and could not run our construction company anymore. Our son took that and for us because John had trained him. And so I said, well, you have to have a job, darling. I said, and I need a pastry chef.
We pick the fruit. It's either we obtain it from our neighbor, or we pick it wild, or we use organic fruit from Palisade or other places in Colorado. Most everything is Colorado grown.
There was this remarkable day. It was like such a turning point for John and for me in understanding him a little better and being a little kinder. He was at this bench, and there were timers going off on all different ovens for all different things, and he laid his head down on the bench and cried and said, "This is so hard."
Jean was awarded Queen of the Kitchen at the State Fair with 265 entries, which is the most entries that have ever been entered, and she blew them away.
And so he started out with pastry, doing one thing at a time. He did that for 2-3 years and got really good, really, really good. Then my arthritis, I have 5 kinds of arthritis, one of which is rheumatoid. Bread baking is getting really, really strenuous for me. I would take 23,000 steps every Friday. That's 8.5 miles. He said, I can do this. That was a long way from the guy crying on the bench there over his baguettes. So I trained him over winter for baking bread. And now, John, with his massive creative mind and innovation, has become a fabulous boulanger, I think that's how you say it in French, which is a bread baker. And I have gone back to the pastry chef.
We use the finest flours that we can make. Any of the whole wheats or the rye breads, we grind our own flour for that. So it's all very, very fresh.
Now, that is a gluten-free strawberry rhubarb pie, and which is pretty much unheard of. And you cannot really, when it's baked, you won't be able to tell the difference between it and a regular pie. And I will take this now. I'll give you a secret on pie baking. I'm going to go put it in the freezer for 15 minutes. And what that does is the butter will solidify. And then when I put it in the 425 degree oven on the bottom rack not on the, so you don't have a soggy bottom, then the butter will expand and explode and cause all those flakes that everybody loves.
We have about 75 chickens that we get eggs from. We do consider these chickens pasture fed because we do keep them in an enclosure, basically because we live in the middle of a wildlife park. So we have to protect the birds. So we keep them in an enclosure, but we have 2.5 acres that I personally cut grass and alfalfa for them and take it to them every day.
Somebody who loves you and cares about you baked this for you, and that's the most important thing to us.
Thanks for watching this edition of Pagosa Local News. If you would like to see this story again, visit our website at pagosalocal.news, where you can sign up to have us deliver the news directly to your inbox.